Doris thought freedom was one signature away, the house returned, the guardianship order gone. Then Mike laid out antique certificates worth $480 million, and Wesley smiled. Her dad could ruin her lifetime, unless she signed one more document. A marriage certificate. The next day, when Doris came down for breakfast, Wesley was already sitting at the head of the table in the dining room. And to the right of him, there was a man in a black suit. The stranger was standing over Wesley, slightly bowed, and he was handing a document to him. When Wesley heard Doris's footsteps, he looked up from the papers and ordered her to join him at the table. Once she was seated, he introduced the man in black to her. "This is Mike," he said. "Mike is my lawyer. Say hello to Mike." Her cheeks turned pink, and she looked at her shoes. "Hello, Mike," she said shyly. "My name is Doris Lincoln." Mike reached his hand out politely towards Doris. Doris hesitated for a moment, and then, as she brought her hand up, Wesley brushed it away. "No time for that," he said impatiently. "You and Mike have some details to finalize." "What documents?" Doris asked skeptically. "Here," Mike said as he pushed some papers in front of Doris. "Miss Lincoln, this document is a real estate transfer certificate. Mr. Gates is transferring this house to your name. The other document is a statement of Mr. Gates' renunciation of your custody. The minute you sign it, it will take effect." Mike looked at Doris curiously. "Miss Lincoln, if there is no problem, please sign here and this place, on the dotted line," he said. She took the pen, brought it to the paper, and began to sign where he had indicated. Doris was halfway through her signature when she seemed to remember something. She stopped, looked at Wesley, and asked, "Can I add a condition to this agreement?" Wesley raised his eyebrows and said, "You can ask for one, but I probably won't agree to it." "You?" Doris gasped. "Wesley, you want that diary, don't you? Well, too bad. I am taking it with me." "Doris, why? That belonged to my mother. It should belong to me now." "Wesley, unfortunately for you, she didn't leave it for you. She left it for me." Upon hearing these words, Doris felt as if she had been punched in the stomach, and she began to gasp for air. Before things could get any worse, Doris forced herself to finish signing her name, and she pushed the papers away from herself. Mike took back the documents. He handed her another set of documents and said, "Miss Lincoln, this is your real estate certificate, and, from today on, Mr. Gates is no longer your guardian." Doris's breathing began to slow, and she thanked Mike. "If there's nothing else," she said, "I would like to go and make my breakfast now." Doris got up without waiting for an answer, but Mike stopped her. He said, "Wait a minute, Miss Lincoln. There are still some procedures to be done." Doris turned back to the table as Mike began to lay out some other papers on the table. "This is the authentication certificate for the Night Lotus vase, which is Celadon and belongs to the late Yuan dynasty and the early Ming dynasty. This one is for the multicolored peach pattern olive vase, which was produced in the Kangxi period. And this is for the banana leaf hollowed-out vase from the Qianlong Qing dynasty." Doris frowned and said, "I'm not interested in antique collections, not to mention art that I can't afford it." Mike sighed and said, "Miss Lincoln, on behalf of my client, Mr. Gates, I must formally claim compensation from you." "Compensation?" Doris hissed. "What compensation?" Doris looked at Mike with a dumbfounded expression on her face, and then she looked at Wesley. "Miss Lincoln, please stay calm and be reasonable. You broke several items from Mr. Gates' collection last night. These are the assessments of worth and authentication certificates. The total amount of damage adds up to $480 million. Upon hearing this, Doris began to panic again. Her heart began to beat rapidly, she began to gasp for breath, her head began to spin, and tears began to fall from her eyes like rain on the legal documents below her. "What did you say?" she cried as she remembered throwing a vase against a wall. "I must not have heard you right." Wesley looked at her, and through a Cheshire scream, he said, You owe me $480 million. How would you like to pay for that? Doris looked at Wesley in disbelief. He was cool and calm, and she wanted to rush over and tear him into pieces. Considering that Miss Lincoln and Mr. Gates have no guardianship relationship, I hope Miss Lincoln can make restitution as soon as possible. How can I afford it? If you can't afford it, your house will be sold. The profits will go to him. And your wages will be garnished until your debt is paid in full, plus interest. In all likelihood, your debt will not be paid off in your lifetime, and it will be passed down to your children, and perhaps to your grandchildren as well. You set me up. Doris shouted spitefully. Wesley chuckled and said, Did I ask you to throw those things? Was I the one that asked for the guardianship order to be terminated? No. You did that. You made your bed, and now you have to lie in it. Doris forced herself to calm down by taking slow, deep breaths, and counting backward in her head. Finally, she was able to look at Wesley with some semblance of control. Wesley Gates, what do you want? She asked. You are a smart enough woman, he replied. Don't tell me that you don't know what I want. I want you. All you want is to F*** me? Doris asked skeptically. And then you will forgive my debt? No, not just F***k, Wesley laughed. I want you to give yourself to me, fully, as my wife. Doris gasped as Mike produced a marriage certificate. I only have 2 questions, she said. The first question is this: if I sign it, does it mean that I don't need to pay my debt? Yes. And your second question? Okay. I haven't reached the legal age for marriage yet, so even if I sign it, it won't take effect. Is that right? Wesley raised his hand and said, If I say that it is effective, no one will dare to say that it isn't. Do you believe that? I suppose so, Doris admitted. She hesitated for a moment, and then she signed a marriage certificate. Mike was overjoyed as he gathered the papers, and as he left, he kept saying, I will help you too with the rest of the procedures. Congratulations to you, Mr. Gates. And Mrs. Lincoln, I wish you a happy life with Wesley. Doris sighed as Mike left. Just then, Susie appeared with a bowl of oatmeal for Doris, but she'd lost her appetite. I'm sorry, Susie, she said, but I'm running late. I have to go. Doris grabbed her backpack from the living room and rushed out the door. I am married, Doris realized as the sun hit her face. She had promised herself that she would only marry for love, but now look at me. And at that moment, all of the energy in her body left her, and she collapsed on the ground. She was crying harder than she ever had in her life, but she was barely aware of it. Her mind had gone completely blank. And after a moment, she lost consciousness altogether. After a while, Wesley came out and joined her. He sat down beside her, picked her up, and placed her in a sitting position on his lap. He wiped the tears out of her eyes, ran his fingers through her hair, and eventually Doris came back to him. There, he said. Do you think being my wife will be so terrible? I do, Doris admitted. You have been so cruel to me. I don't know why my mother left this house to you or why she would leave me in your care. Wesley suddenly reached out to grab her chin. She was caught off guard, and she had no recourse when he kissed her delicate lips. Next, he kissed her sensitive eyelids, and then he began to kiss away her tears. I am not a bad man, he whispered as he kissed his way along her neck. You will see, and you will come to love me.